we decided to do a fabulous video on music.
We happen to be passionate about film scores.
So many amazing composers out there. We kind of just went through our iTunes playlists, so we thought we would share our list with you guys. Maybe you haven't heard of some of these soundtracks. You should, because they're all amazing.
If you haven't, I mean, it's just another added element to the awesome movies that they are behind.
What do you love so much about scores?
I would say that the film scores themselves really bring this adventure, and it's kind of like reading a book. You get to kind of fantasize and remember what happened in that scene, and it just really takes you back to the movie without having to watch it.
Ever since I was a kid, I think the biggest thing that stood out to me when watching a movie was just how emotional certain scenes were, and it couldn't be done without the music.
We're highlighting just a few of the most amazing composers that could possibly be out there. Of course, there's a ton more, but these are some of the guys that pretty much wrote all the music to all your favorite films.
So I think we're going to start with our favorite.
The god of soundtracks,
John Williams.
We love him
so much. I mean, he's done so many amazing pieces. Let's start off with favorites. Hello, Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
Can you imagine Star Wars without the epic themes behind it?
No.
It would not be the same.
No.
The second everyone hears it, they're like, Star Wars.
Exactly.
I know it.
Jaws.
Jaws.
Dun-dun, 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 doo-doo.
Jurassic Park. Did we say that?
Oh my god, Jurassic Park. Another favorite movie.
Yes. Close Encounters, one of my other favorites.
E.T. Classic.
Yeah.
Another classic.
Without that theme, he flies through the sky on his bike.
He's very well respected. Everyone who's anyone knows him in the industry.
As my dad mentioned today, that I have to mention this, I begged him for years to take me to see John Williams. And he finally fulfilled my wishes and took me to see him at the Hollywood Bowl, and it was the most amazing concert I've ever been to. When they started Star Wars, everyone pulled out lightsabers and they were just doing this. They were conducting with him, and I was like taken back because it was amazing.
Harry Potter is also included. I mean, and it's interesting because I feel like because I listen to his music so much, I will recognize it in a film. Like he just has a certain sound.
Yes.
That I'm like, this has to be John Williams, isn't it?
It's pretty obvious! It's a very whimsical sound. It's very orchestral. It's very traditional. It's
Traditional.
It's not over the top. It's just very light and airy, and
he gets it just right every time.
Perfect.
The next one on our list is Hans Zimmer. God, he's fantastic. He's incredible. He's done stuff like Batman series. We're talking about Batman Begins, the newer stuff. Dark Knight is one of my favorite soundtracks ever. I feel like he really brought out the Joker's craziness. That screeching noise that slowly, and it just got louder and louder and louder. It just made you feel uneasy. And to me, that's what makes him amazing. That you can bring out the character of the movie without you even seeing the movie.
That's a really rough emotion to tap into and pull out.
And he did Inception.
That's true. Yeah,
as well. Inception is also amazing. Oh my god,
what an incredible movie.
So strong and so epic of a sound. Pirates of the Caribbean.
They're so diverse. It's but they're action, drama, adventure-ish, and he can capture each moment.
His music is very experimental. Sherlock Holmes is another one. I particularly love The Game of Shadows and the dun 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 dun. Danny Elfman, number 3 on our list.
Yes.
What hasn't he done? He's done a lot of
so
amazing
much stuff.
One of my favorites is Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah,
that makes me want to cry.
It does.
It's a little bit of whimsical and a little bit of just sadness. It perfectly describes Edward.
I didn't know this. He did the theme song to Weird Science, Simpsons. That's
he came up with the sound of The Simpsons.
Yeah, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Oh, Beetlejuice too.
Oh yeah, Beetlejuice. He mostly works a lot with Tim Burton. I feel like you can definitely see those two work well together because of the style of movies that he has. And
he does.
It's darker, but it's not super dark. It's kind of a whimsical dark. So he brings that out of the movie with his music, and it's so crazy how it works together. But it's not as traditional as John Williams.
So the next one I want to bring up is Howard Shore. He is in charge of The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. I can't count how many times I would go to sleep listening to The Fellowship of the Ring.
That soundtrack is like the best sleeping music ever.
It really is.
I did the same thing.
Whenever I'd go to work in the morning, I would put on The Shire.
Oh, nice, yeah.
Because it was just so beautiful to like go out, the sun is rising, and it's so innocent and so beautiful sounding that I just wanted to be in the Shire for goodness sakes. Okay.
It makes you think of a faraway land that
Epic.
exists.
And then you hear like the da 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 da.
And I think the best addition to the Lord of the Rings soundtracks is the soundtrack is the Enya song there.
Oh my god,
I love
may
that.
it be
Oh.
an evening song.
I remember hearing a lot of the same soundtrack in The Hobbit, so that's good. At least they kind of kept true to it.
Alright, so the last one on our list is Dario Marianelli. Forgive me if I'm saying that incorrectly, I'm still not 100% sure. But he was in charge of Pride and Prejudice, which, alright, I know if you guys boys are watching out there, don't judge me, okay? It's beautiful.
Good music is good music.
It is, exactly. It's a beautiful piece of work, nice and light. Anna Karenina, V for Vendetta, and Atonement. Atonement again. V for Vendetta, I mean, was a fantastic film. That and Atonement. I remember the music for Atonement being something that stood out to me a lot as well.
I feel like he's another diverse person. Like he's kind of a little bit more subtle with his music. It's not so epic in your face. It's just a little bit more subtle, but it makes the films work.
So much talent out there, and I'm sure we left out like 10 other amazing ones that are worth mentioning.
We could do a list all day long.
Please let us know who your favorite film composer is, and let us know why.
Yeah, and hopefully this opens a door for you. Check out some of your favorite films and see what the music's like for them. In fact, if you listen to soundtracks while you're working, you'll be more productive. And check out our list if you didn't catch everything in the video. We'll give you the list of all the composers and some of their films in the description.
Alright guys, that's all we have for today. Check us out next time.
We'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Na 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 da 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 da